How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Here we are in the nitro shed, or the RC shed, I should say, because I do like to run some electric sometimes over there with the good old arm. What we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna take a look at this extremely vintage nitro rustler that I have. Now I just look back and I have not touched this car in at least a year and a half. So I have not done anything with this for about a year and a half. So what I'm gonna do for now is take my laptop and put it over here, and we're gonna take a look at this bad boy. So thank you all for joining me. I appreciate all of you. I haven't made a video in a couple weeks, but just took a little break. My mom is up here at my house with me staying for a little while, so I've been kind of busy. Yeah, but we are back on tonight with this super nice nitro rustler. Now I don't know if you guys have been watching since the beginning. I don't think you have, because some of you may have, but some of you may have not been watching since I've done videos on this. Pretty much the last time I made a video on this, I think it was like a 13-second clip of this running up the street, and there's a very good reason that I have not made any videos on running this. And the reason is, the last time I started this up, the RPMs were very high, and I could not get it to idle down. Pretty much I got so frustrated with this that I took it and put it in storage for the last year and a half, because of my frustration with it. Now, I did a lot of stuff to this. When I bought this, I got this in a package deal with the Traxxas Rays that I have not also touched in about the same amount of time that I haven't touched this. Now, if you go back and watch my original videos on this, you will see that this has remote start from the remote control. So yeah, it's pretty awesome to me because of that feature that I installed and on the back of this. Now the other thing is, I took the hump pack out of this for one of the nitro low-C buggies, because the hump packs that I had in the low-C buggies actually went bad, and when I went to charge them up, they went flat almost immediately. So I didn't want them turning into a runaway. So at the time that I started making videos again, I was not running this immediately, because I planned on just fixing this little by little here on the channel. So that's what we're going to start with today. Is we're going to start by trying to see if this will fire back up, and I believe we have a carburetor issue. Some kind of carb issue is the reason that this would not take a tune. Also, this was running a Traxxas Gold glow plug in here, and it fouled out. It would not. The glow plug went bad, and I replaced it with one of those cheap HSP plugs. And man, I went through probably 5 of them, one after another, right through this engine, because those plugs are garbage. So I will not be personally running those plugs anymore on any of my stuff, if I can avoid it. So it currently does have one of those plugs in here, and that is another reason why this was in storage and I was not running this. So my plan is tonight, the plan is to see if this will run on 16%. We will attempt to see if we can get the idle to come down a little bit. And let's just take this air filter off of here for now. This way we can look in the carb and make sure we have a good carb opening and everything. So we're going to attempt to get this to run. I'm going to try to tune it. If it does not tune well, I'm going to order a new carb right here while we're making the video. I will put a new carb in my shopping cart on eBay and order a new carb for this. And also, I have a AA pack. I don't particularly like running the AA pack, so we'll see if we're gonna order a hump pack for this or not. But for sure, we're gonna order a carb for this, and for sure, we are going to order glow plugs specifically for this, since this is gonna be my project that we're gonna work on trying to get to run decent. Because I actually like this little truck. This little truck is actually pretty fast. It's a single speed, but it's quite adequate. Pretty much, it's so fast that when you are going full speed, the problem with the rear wheel drive on one of these nitros is when you apply the brakes, it basically locks the rear tires, and you go into a skid, and you have to know how to drive this in order to properly stop and avoid hitting stuff as you're skidding with the rear wheels. Attempting to slow down, the rear wheels will be locked, and it's going to either whip, if you do something funky with the steering, most of the time it just whips around and it kind of stops wherever it kind of decides to stop. So you really need to know how to drive in order to drive one of these rear wheel drives and not run into somebody when you are trying to stop it. So thank you all for tuning in, and apologize for the hiatus on the videos. Like I said, I've just been pretty busy, and I worked a couple of the weekends, which is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. So now we can get some parts to fix this, and also I want to get parts for the Tamiya, but that's going to be a separate video. Just wanted to mention that so you guys continue to tune in and watch the videos. We are going to be doing some runs with some stuff coming up soon. I know this next week all looks like a lot of rain and stuff, so we'll see how it goes. But until then, I'm going to be working on this. We're going to try to tune this and see if we can get it to run properly. I'm sure this engine doesn't have the greatest pinch, because you can see that this body shell is not from any time in the recent history that this was made. Actually, the last time I think I made a video, one of the videos I made on this was how to straighten the body up. And as of right now, I'm using epoxy instead of tape. I took the tape off and I got some of that epoxy. This epoxy right here. They sell these at Dollar Tree. You can get this epoxy at Dollar Tree for $1.25. And I mixed it up. I mixed up 2 of them. And I went around and I smeared it in all the cracks on the inside of this thing. So now it's pretty much all reinforced. I don't have to worry about the cracks spreading or anything. And it doesn't look as bad as the tape looked. So yeah, get yourself some epoxy from the dollar store if you need some epoxy for stuff. I love that stuff. I love the epoxy. It's extremely strong. This is not going to come off of here. I cleaned everything with like brake cleaner before I applied this, so hopefully it does not come off. So that's one thing that I've done since I made a video on this. The other thing that I've done is I used to have these wheels on here. These are the Traxxas Speed speed tread, or let me see if I got one with the writing on it. I had these wheels on here last time I was running this, and the reason I took them off, yeah, none of these have writing on there. It's in my eBay card anyways. I will look into it if you guys are interested to know what kind of wheels these are, because these are actually extremely awesome wheels. But the problem is they're 14 millimeter, and when I took these off, I had moved all my RC stuff around a few times. I lost all the 14 to 12 millimeter adapters that allow me to put these on here. So I gotta get some new adapters, like $7 or $10 for the adapters, but these are actually $60. They're $30 for 2 wheels, for those wheels. They look really nice on the backs, but the problem is they did not fit on the fronts correctly, because these wheels that come original here on this Traxxas Rustler actually have bearings in the wheels themselves, and they don't have a hex on here for the wheels to ride on so they're different than they are on the back. All modern RC cars, like 1/10 scales, they all have hexes on the rear and hexes on the front, so you can kind of interchange whatever kind of wheels you want. But this is so old that it has these RPM wheels on here, which I actually have to look up what exactly which RPM wheels these are. I actually researched these wheels back when I bought this, because I kind of wanted to get original replacements for these wheels, because these are they look extremely good on this car here. So I know that the rims themselves were going for like $50 or $100 just for the rims with no tires, and then it was the same for the wheels. These are, let me see, these are Proline Road Hogs. Okay, and the back ones are bolder than can be from this little tiny motor on this thing. So I would extremely love to get some new wheels down the line, but let's work on getting the engine going first. And if I did get new wheels for this, I would just run these for running and then use the new ones for Shelf Queen wheels, basically. Unless I can get a bunch of them, but I highly doubt it. It sucks because the front ones have an extremely good amount of tread on them, but these don't have the hex. They have bearings, so you can't swap them out to the back and use the front ones on the back. So when I had these new wheels on here, where I was going with this is when I had these new wheels on here, because these didn't have bearings in them and they just had the hex, I actually put a hex piece in here so that when it was riding on the front, it had the 14 to 12 adapter, and then it had the actual piece, which allowed it to be the same size as this, but they were still very floppy, and I just didn't like the way that they were kind of handling. So I took them back off when I put this back into storage, because I like the way it looks like this anyways. But yeah, it would be nice to get some more modern Rustler hubs for the front, like this piece, the hub carrier with the pin in it, I guess it would be. I would have to replace this with a newer piece that has the hex that is this shape in order for me to be able to run these wheels on there. And which kind of sucks, because I spent $60 on these wheels and they basically have no use on them, because this thing was like uncontrollably dangerous when I had those wheels on there. It was like the steering was very floppy, like the wheels would flop in, it would flop out, because there was no tightness to this. So it was kind of a lame upgrade. I mean, it looked nice, but it really didn't perform that well. So maybe one day we'll upgrade these, but for now we want to stick with getting this running. I just wanted to explain to you guys where I plan on going with this. So we have to start with the basics. We have to make sure that this runs, and then we have to, if we don't have to spend money on a carburetor, I would love to save money on a carburetor because I already bought 2 brand new servos. This has 2 brand new servos in it. So if we can save money on the carburetor, we can use that money for the glow plugs. And then if there's money left, I can order a decent hump pack if we don't have to get this right now. But right now we're going to start small. We're going to start with trying to get this to run. So let me get some fuel. Let's try this on 16%. And the reason I want to try this on 16%, because I think it was getting kind of hot on 30. Even though I know they don't make Bones Brew now, I'm kind of leaning towards getting 30% if I'm going to get some kind of fuel. I don't know. I'm either going to get 20 or 30. So I haven't decided yet. I honestly don't know which one's better for tuning. I'm gonna Google it is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go on Google and I'm gonna look up which fuel has the wider tuning window. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna see what the facts are, and I'm gonna go from there. And whichever one gives me a better, a more wider window to tune from, that's what I'm gonna go with. But I do have I have 2 unopened quarts of Bones Brew from over 2 years ago, and these are the older style bottles. I actually got these this order of Bones Brew when I ordered the Losi Buggy and Truggy. I ordered 3 gallons of this, and this is the 1 quart I have, and then I have 2 more quarts from 2 years ago that are still unopened. So I have this, I have another unopened one of these, so I have plenty of fuel for now for what I'm doing. But eventually I'm gonna need fuel, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on one of the websites, and whoever's having a sale, I'll use the sale to get some kind of discount on, like, if you spend $75 on Tower Hobbies, you get like a $10 or $15 off your order. So if I order, I think I have it in my cart. I'll show you guys one day. I have it in my cart on Tower Hobbies. I have like 2 or 3 gallons in my cart. And for the 2 or 3 gallons, it comes out to like 100 something, and then you get $10 off. So it's really not that bad of a deal. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna put some of this nice 16% in here, and we're gonna try to start this up with a super crappy HSP freaking glow plug, which I can't believe that I still have in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to start this up now. So thank you all for watching, and thank you all for tuning in if you're watching this far. You know, some people turn on videos, turn them right off, but I figured I have a little time tonight, so let me make this video for you guys. And I don't know if you guys see my new overhead light. This is actually solar powered. It's supposed to last, I don't know if this is on high. No, now it's on high. Let me put it back on low. It's supposed to last 2 hours on low setting, which this is on low setting, plenty of light, and 1 hour on high power. And it charges up with the, you see this wire? I'm knocking stuff over. But you see this wire up here? It goes outside of my shed door, and I am able to just have that charge up while I'm at work or whatever. It charges itself back up, and it doesn't use any electricity. And my wife got me that for Father's Day. So my wife and my daughter got me that for Father's Day. So Just want to say thank you to them for giving me that light. So what we're gonna do now is try to fire this up, which we don't need anything because this has easy start on it. I don't even need a hump pack. I'm just gonna push the button over here on the box, and we're gonna try to prime this. I should probably open the window in here. Look at this. I'm gonna try to prime this. This thing has tissue in here from 1.5 years ago. This has been sitting 1.5 years. I have not touched this in 1.5 years. So I'm gonna actually open this window. Just give me a second. I'm gonna crack this window open because I don't want to die in here with the smoke. We might piss some people off because it's probably getting late. Actually, I'm gonna close the window down. I'm gonna leave the window down for now. When I shut it off, I'll open the window because it's after 10 already. I don't want to piss everybody off, even though I could really care less if they're pissed off, but we'll try to be nice. Let's try to be nice, okay? Alright, so let's try to prime this. Oh yeah, it's definitely primed. There's fuel spraying all over me from somewhere. I have no clue where that was coming from. It just sprayed all over me. Let me try that again. It's getting me wet. I'm physically getting wet with nitro fuel. Where the hell is that coming out of? I don't know. I would say it's prime though, because it's spraying on me from somehow. I don't understand it. Oh yeah, it's coming out of the car, but it actually sounded like it was gonna start. Let's see if it starts. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Let me actually get the tuning screwdriver out because I don't know where my tuning screwdrivers are right now because I haven't been in here for a couple weeks, people. I haven't been in here for a couple weeks. So apologize for that, but I get busy sometimes. Let's fire this puppy up. 1.5 years of sitting. Like nothing. Like it shut off yesterday. Oh yeah, I think I don't know what the hell was going on when I put this away, but it wouldn't run. It wouldn't run at low RPM. I'll tell you that much. Alright, so we got low idle going on here. I'd rather have low idle than what I had going on. I'll tell you that much. I had the most freaking... I had like a 30,000 RPM idle no matter what I did to this. So that's why I put it away. So let's see what happens here. I actually got to get a piece of hose and run a piece of hose outside at some point. But this is what we got for now. Actually sounds pretty decent to me, guys. That sounds pretty decent to me. Let me open the freaking window in here because this is getting bad quick. Alright, so we got the window open. Freaking door open too, so we got the window and the door open now. This thing is running plenty rich. It seems to be running decent to me. So I'm actually gonna just turn the idle up just a little bit, and And we're gonna let this air out a second because I got way too much smoke in here. I gotta get a piece of hose to attach to this, which I don't currently have. But I wanted to get a video out there for everyone, so let's just let this air out. I actually should get a fan to put in here at some point. But I think we're doing pretty good for now because we got the real nice light set up now, overhead light. Let me see if I could show you. I can't show you this solar panel right now. I got this little selfie thing going on here. So yeah, I could show you the solar. Can I show you the solar panel? Yeah. Let me show you guys the solar panel real quick while this is airing out. Take you guys for a little walking quick. And some fresh air. See that? That runs into the shed, right to the light. This light does not even plug into the wall whatsoever. It just has an internal battery. It's freaking sick. And what do we have here? We got the collection, got the laptop device, tool set usually sits over there. We got the rest of the nitros over here, which I actually have to, I want to build this table across above these RCs here and put more nitros stuff above there, because I have stuff on the ground now. I have that electric one over there, I have that earthquake over there. So, and I actually still have the Traxxas, which I haven't taken out yet, in about the same amount of time that I haven't taken this out, about a year and a half. So it seems like it's getting quite aired out in here now. Hope you guys like my new shed setup here with the overhead light. And we're going to continue to improve on this. So I appreciate all of you guys watching, and we're doing this stuff together. So I don't know, to me it seems like this thing is running pretty adequate on this carburetor. So I actually was just looking at a carb online for 20 bucks for this on eBay. But if it runs okay, make sure it's not loose or nothing. No. If it runs good, I'm gonna not buy a new one, you know. So we can buy glow plugs, which is gonna be like, for 3 glow plugs for this is like 30 bucks. And I know I'm gonna need glow plugs anyway, because eventually something's gonna blow a glow plug. Something's gonna go through a glow plug. This one actually, to me, it takes a different glow plug than this. This takes the longer glow plugs, and that takes the shorter glow plugs, because I actually already Googled it, and this takes an OS number 3, I think, and this takes the OS number 6 hot. If you want hot number 3, hot number 6 for that. Medium for that is like a number 8. I forget what number it is for this one, for a medium heat long one. But yeah, I think it's a LC3 for this, and it's OS number 8 for that. So it's just some info for you guys if you need a glow plug. They're not all the same, and don't waste your money on the HSP one. Even though this is running on the HSP right now, I would not recommend you spend any money on those. So since I got the window open, let me air this out a little bit. Let me close the window back up, because I don't want to let everybody know what we're doing in here, making a lot of noise. We're going to close the door back up. Actually, the door really shouldn't bother anybody, but it might. Let me get the close the door back up. Just give me a second. I actually got to get a fan so that I can evacuate the stuff out of here quicker. I got to do a bunch of stuff. I got to get a hose. Like, I just got to get like 5 or 10 feet of this, run this out the door, and then we'll be in good shape. I don't want the smoke blowing at me when I'm doing this. I don't think I have any rags out here right now. If I had some rags out here, I'd just put some rags over it, but I don't have any rags out here. So let's see if we can get this to idle for a minute. If we can get this to idle for a minute or two, I'd be happy with that. Let's see what we can do. See, this little wire came off of that real quick, so I think we got to turn this up just a little bit more for this 16%. This thing might actually run good on 16%, seems like, so I don't know. Let's see what we can do. I just want this to idle. That's the whole goal, is to get this to freaking idle. So it's getting quite smoky in here. I don't know if this is running a little rich on this. That was the one problem I was having with this carburetor. It was going rich to lean. Like there was no even spot. So let's see if we can find an even spot. She doesn't want to idle yet. Turning this up quite a bit. I know why this screws out so far, because I kept screwing it out because it wouldn't idle down. So it was running quite lean on 30%. This is quite an old nitro, so it could be low on compression too, but I ain't planning on rebuilding this. I just want it to run good enough. I knew that was gonna happen. Let's just see if we can get it to idle. I'll try to lean it out a little bit to see how that does. Still don't want to freaking idle, huh? I see plenty of smoke coming out of it, so that's not the issue here. Let's see. I don't know if this idle screw is even touching the carburetor throttle body yet. Definitely very smoky. I'll tell you what, that carb is way open, way beyond 1 millimeter. So it is running way too rich at the moment. Call that a win. Still sounds like it could be slightly rich. Just lean that out just a little bit. Let's see what happens. Call that good for now. We're gonna open the window in here, guys. We gotta take a little break. Quite smoky in here. Yes, I'm gonna call that good for now, guys. We gotta take a little break from in there. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see how much smoke's in there. But she was running rich, I'll tell you that much. Year and a half of sitting. She's back running like it was shut off yesterday. See, I don't know if you guys can hear what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is when I rev that up and I go to idle drop, like when I release throttle, it's kind of staying revved up for a second. So I don't know if that's a carb issue or what's going on. Pretty sure we have. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. It could be just the compression of the engine. So I don't know if I should throw money at a carb. Definitely a plug for sure. Definitely need plugs for that. So I think, I don't know if tomorrow or something, maybe I'm gonna make a video on the Tamiya. I need to check a few things out on that. Like I want to check the carburetor screws to make sure that they're still good, and then we can go from there and start getting stuff for that to get that going. And the same thing for the HPI. The HPI is going to take one of those plugs that I'm going to need, so we're going to have to get both the number 6 and a number 3 plug. And that place was freaking smoked out, I'll tell you that much. You couldn't even see in there when I opened the doors and I came out here. So it seems to be fumigating pretty good now with both barn doors open. Got the solar panel right there. That light seemed to shut off already. I was in there before I even started the video though. I had that light on, so we're gonna see how that works out. If it don't work out, I can always get one of the plug-in ones, because I would have liked it to last a little longer than that. I was in here earlier and it was kind of cloudy all day, so that probably didn't help anything. Seems to be pretty aired out in there. Let's take a peek. It seems to be pretty clear in here now. We got quite a bit of oil over here on the table I gotta clean up. So I should have brought a rag out, but it's not quite alright. We'll clean that right up. Yeah, but it seems like it's taking a tune, kind of. But it also doesn't seem like it's taking a tune, because when I rev it up to full throttle, it doesn't immediately return to idle when I let off. So if I'm guesstimating, I would say we're lean on the top. I'm just gonna loosen it up a little bit. As soon as I feel like it's clear enough in here, I'm gonna fire this back up again for you guys, since we are doing this together and we are gonna be going through this RC journey together. So thank you guys for subscribing and getting more subscribers almost every day now. I really appreciate all the subscriptions and all the viewers and all of the people supporting the channel and supporting the hobby. Because without people like us and supporting the hobby and devoting our time to it, there wouldn't be any hobby left. So thank all of you. So what I'm going to do right now while we're waiting for this, so I'm going to go on my phone. And we're going to look up the glow plugs for this. Just text in real quick, just give me a second. So let me go on Google here. And we're going to check out the glow plugs. These are the glow plugs for the Tamiya. See, these are the OS number 6. I think somewhere I was looking at the right ones. see. These are the ones we need. LC3 hot. What does it say? T-Max, Nitro Rustler, and Slash. Alright, let's go down here. Full description. LC, this is a long reach glow plug designed for .12, .15, .18 engines used in monster trucks, such as the original Endure 2.5 T-Max. Not for use with the 2.5R. So if you have an R engine, it does not use this glow plug. Probably uses the short reach number 6. So we need this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add this to cart. And let's see, do we need anything else for this? Should I invest in a hump pack for this? I do have one of those AA holder ones. Like, I don't really like using those, but they're quite a bit cheaper than a hump pack. Let's look up the hump pack that I wanted on here. Okay, I can't show you guys my search history. They had too much of it. Lipo. Pack. Okay. Is that right? Okay. This one's like $30. Because I actually want to run these babies on the LiPo hump pack, to be honest with you, because more reliable. I may be able to even put a LiPo alarm on it and things like that. You'll definitely know if it's good or not good. So this one's like 27, like $30. Injury pack. You see what I'm saying? These things are like $30 a piece. I mean, they're quite adequate, but it's quite expensive, and this is quite an old nitro here. So the question is, do I want to throw that kind of money at this right now? I know one thing we need for sure is glow plugs. So what I'm gonna do for now is I'm just gonna order this for now. Gonna save this for later. So $28 for the glow plugs for this. I go to checkout. I'm going to confirm and pay. And I will show you guys as soon as this processes. There you go, $31. See, order info, let me see. We ordered these. Okay, let me not do too much of that. Okay, we order details. Okay, so it's all ordered. Alright guys, so we ordered new glow plugs for this bad boy. So let me see where my battery pack is actually. Should be right here. Okay, so I have one of these. I have rechargeable AA batteries. So for now, what I'm going to do is we're going to run this on this for now. This is for this car. As soon as we get this running reliably, then I'll feel comfortable putting more into it. So far I've replaced this lid, the spring, all of this is all brand new on the tank. So I want to get this running reliably before I start putting more money into it. That's why this has been put away for so long, because I got frustrated with it. I was like, this is just not running good. Now, to be honest with you, I still kind of have a feeling that the freaking glow plug is not the glow plug, that the carburetor may be no good, simply because of the amount of screwing in and screwing out of the screws I just done to it. I'm trying to get this freaking thing out here. Hang on a second while I put you guys in the holder. So, I was turning these fuel adjustments here quite a bit, and it was not seeming to make quite a bit of difference at all. The low end seemed to make a difference. However, this top end did not seem to make a difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close these doors back up, since it seems like it's quite adequately aired out in here. I'm going to shut these windows back down so nobody knows what we're doing. I gotta get some hose as soon as I. That's like a priority. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. Actually, is get some fuel tubing the same size as what's on this outlet of this car over here, and get a piece long enough to run out the door. I'll run a hole right through the freaking wall right here. One way or another, we're gonna get the exhaust out of here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to fire this back up now and see if we can get a decent idle at it. Running quite rich still. Try again. The idle gap on this is like 2 millimeters right now, and it's still not idling right. I know something's wrong with this carburetor. I have the freaking low end screwed completely in. It's bottomed out. You can't turn it in anymore. The idle gap, let's take a look at the idle gap on this. I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but that's way more than 1 millimeter idle gap. So we have a huge idle gap. The low end screw is bottomed out, and it's still running rich down low, and it's still running lean up top. I don't know about you guys, but if you ask me, I'd say that carburetor's shot. Wasn't wanting to do it, but I might just order a carburetor right now. Let me open these windows and doors back up. Let's order us a freaking carburetor because I'm not going to be able to deal with that. The freaking thing is, the low end is totally leaned out right now. Completely freaking leaned out. Okay, let's look at Traxxas 2.5 carburetor. Look at that, 20 bucks on eBay. Okay, I wasn't actually wanting to spend 20 bucks on this, but you know what? It's probably worth every freaking penny. They got one out here for $19.39. Or should I just spend the whole, or 19? There you go, $19.31. That's the one I'm gonna get. So, free shipping. Let's see if there's any cheaper ones. I don't think so. That's cheap enough anyway. $19.31 for a new carburetor, because I'm not gonna be able to tolerate that's why I put this away in storage for so long, for a year and a half. Okay, so let me finish processing this order a second, guys. My wife's gonna be like, what the hell did you order? Don't worry about it. I went to work, you stay home. But I let her go shopping too, so it's alright. It'll be alright. There you go. Order is in, baby. Order is in. So we spent 50 bucks on the freaking Rustler tonight. Now today is Saturday and it is 10:50 at night. So by the time this uploads, I don't know what time it's gonna be. But you guys can see right here correctly. You can see that I ordered the carburetor and the freaking glow plugs, baby. We got the carburetor and the glow plugs. Look at this view order details. Let's check this out. Look at that. We got the freaking carburetor, brand new carburetor for the Rustler. So thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for watching. I'm just gonna put this freaking thing back on here for now. Actually, before we're done for the evening, let's take this fuel back out of here, because I don't want to waste anything right now. Everything's expensive. Fuel's expensive. Parts for these things are expensive. This thing's been sitting inside for a year and a half, and now we're gonna finally fix it. Alright, so it's actually empty. There's actually no fuel in there. So what the hell was just going on with it? Carburetor shot. So that's it. Carburetor shot. So in the next video that we see this, we are going to be replacing the carburetor on here, because you guys seen how it was running. The low speed is all the way in, and it was still running rich, even though the gas tank was empty. So how is it running rich with the needle all the way in, and still still running lean on top and rich on the bottom, no matter how much fuel I gave it on top? So Yeah, I think, in all fairness, this carburetor probably was on here since new, and you can see by the wear on the wheels that this is not new no more. But we're gonna make it as new as possible. So thank you all for tuning in and watching. I am going to upload this video as soon as I shut this off. I'm going to upload it so you guys get a fair idea on how long it takes for me to upload videos here. For some reason this doesn't want to fit. Why doesn't this want to fit? No, it doesn't fit over there because of that. Looks like we're going to have to move the receiver box in order to run this battery here. But we'll figure it out. We got to move some stuff around here in order to get everything to fit adequately. But that's perfectly alright. Worst case scenario, I order a hump pack for this. But yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Really appreciate all of you. Let's get one last good look at what this looks like with the lid on. I love this simply for the remote start feature that it has. And it really looks awesome. I'm going to keep running it with these wheels even though there's nothing left to them. Maybe I'll find some wheels one day. These are the Road Hogs. Road Hogs. So yeah, appreciate all of you. And thank you all for watching. I just had to close the window up. I heard some people outside, so I'll close the window up. I'm gonna sit back in my chair here, clean this all up. You guys seen how the tune is on this? It's like does nothing. No matter what you do to the carburetor, it does nothing. So we're gonna find out how these cheap carburetors are on eBay over here. We're gonna find out just how good they are. Let's take a look at it one more time. Okay, hopefully I ordered the right carb. So it's for Traxxas 2.5, 2.5R, and 3.3. Let's look at the description. Fits these engines. All Traxxas vehicles with 2.5, 2.5R, and 3.3 standard carb settings are 4 out from flush on the high speed and half turn out from flush on the low speed. To make sure part can fit properly, please read item description and check item pictures and OE of your part number. Please message us. So yeah, for the price on here, this is quite adequate. If you're having a problem tuning your engine, I would say to pick one of these up. Well, we're gonna find out together whether it is worth it or not. So thank you all for watching and waiting while I've been waiting to get funds to put into the hobby. And I appreciate all of you guys, and we're gonna be working on this soon. But in the meantime, we're gonna be waiting for parts for this. So the next video you see on this is gonna be replacing the carb and see how it runs then. Until then, appreciate all of you. Thank you all for doing this together with me and watching all of my videos together. And I will see you all very soon. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much.